up like we're rolling. Got you falling on my skin. Take a chance, this is it. Oh, na, na. Until it's written in the constellations, call me feeling dangerous, risk the odds, I'll face the consequences. Life written till you lose it all, don't give in. Finding love like a rolling, got you falling on my skin. Take a chance, this is it. Oh, na, na. Love is like a love. It's like no, go till we hit the floor.
How about now? All right, that looks a little bit better. Welcome everybody. It is Tuesday, so we are live at Alpha Esports and Technology Center getting ready for our Smash Brothers match, Smash Brothers stream. We have hold on, I want to see what we got going on here. Oh, I have to get the right. Hold on, y'all. All right, so we are getting ready for. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. We're gonna go ahead and get ready. So we're just gonna go to a quick break and get into our first match. So hold on one second. All right, y'all. So we are back and we are about to get our first match set up into the lobby. So while we're doing that, we're going to check out Bax as he warms up for his match. So what we're gonna do is we're going to we're gonna run this one and then hopefully that should run into Bax's match where we then jump into their lobby and get things going there. So as we wait for Serial's opponent, we'll give a quick recap on last night's matches with Fortnite. So our Fortnite team did compete last night in the Valhalla League, competing in 2 matches, and both teams did extremely well. In fact, they moved up in the national rankings. So we have Wolfpack Red, which consists of Ketchup and Destiny, moving up to 18th place in the national rankings. And then we have, well, for their division, I should say. So there's 2 divisions. There's Division 1A and Division 1B, um, with Ketchup and Destiny coming in now currently in 18th place. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. And then Junior and G Money um, also moved up in the rankings. They're at about 30. I think they're in 33rd place. So again, top 25 make it to the playoffs, which again they are both in pretty much good standing. Um, you're starting with Isabel. Yeah, so yeah, although the top 25 make it, they're in pretty much good standing. They'll definitely qualify for playoffs. I don't have a doubt in my mind that they'll make it. So so it looks like the opponent has entered the lobby. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the stage ban. What map do you want to play? Okay. All right, so they're banning Battlefield. You said Smashville. So we banned 2. So we ban Final Destination and PS2. All right, so let's see. Hopefully that will give us the map that we want. All right, so like I said, well, again, you should be. Oh, actually, let me not be as rude and just show you my face the whole time. Let's go ahead and check out what Bax is doing on his setup while we finalize. All right, they want to play. Okay, so Smashville. Smashville. All right, so we did get the map pick we were looking for, and we are about to start the match. All right, go ahead and start the match. All right, so we are jumping in with Pyra and Mithra. Okay, so they're gonna go Pyra and Mithra, and Serial's gonna go with Isabel. So here we go in round 1. And again, it is a best of 5 series. So the first player to win 3 matches wins wins the night essentially. All right, so again, I think it looks like their player it says James, so again we're playing right there on the edge. You got to be very careful. And again, Pyra and Mithra is a very powerful character. I mean, it is two characters in one, but they do share the same health, so that is the downside to them. However, they can be extremely versatile, as you can see, all over the map. Fast, powerful, really good characters, and it does look like Ethereal has kind of figured out where they're trying to go on the map. Got to be careful on the edge. And and then throws them off the stage at 159%. So now we are equal stock. 39% isn't too bad as far as the damage. Again, you should be able to make that up. Well, 49% now. Should be able to make that up with a couple decent combos. Has to avoid those forward attacks and that sword from Pyra and Mithra. Trying to get back on stage, does do that successfully. Let's see. Got to be careful. You can't rely. Yep, and he gets eliminated again with the second stock. Again, you have to be very careful, especially standing on a platform with a light character like Isabel that can get easily launched from those attacks. So it does look like Serial's trying to play a little bit more defensively and rely on traps and rely on the fishing rod to kind of grab from a distance. Don't want to get into a face-up battle with a powerful character like that. However, it's gonna have to be careful because at some point, you know, your moves are gonna get anticipated, and when you're playing the edge like that. Oh, and we got an SD, so now we are down to 2 stocks apiece. They're both down to their final stock, so good aggression. Trying to make up the damage difference. Now actually had a slight damage lead. Gets the grab. But gotta be. Does put character switch. Okay, so we have to be careful not to play the edge here. Again, 90% is killable. Oh, and he does get the comeback win for the 1-0 lead. GG's. All right, so now we're gonna go. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Now we're gonna move into the second match. So we'll come back here and just check out bats real quick. Serial, sticking with. Are you sticking with Isabel? Yeah. You're gonna stick with Isabel? Okay. Well, hold on. Okay, they're staying with Pyra and Mithra. Okay, same map? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we get to play. All right, so right now, again, while we're watching back with his warm-up match with the Donkey Kong, we're just kind of waiting to see what happened. So we just gave them our map bans. We chose to stick with Isabel, which is an interesting choice. I thought with them guarding the edge so well, I thought we probably would have saw Zelda or Richter, but let's see what happens. We're gonna stick with the Isabel. All right, and then we banned Battlefield and Final Destination in hopes to play Smashville, and okay, they want to go Yoshi.
Are they going Yoshi?
Yeah, they want no, they want to go the map pick is Yoshi. Yeah. No, Yoshi's Island. Is it Yoshi's Island? No, yeah, it's that one. Yeah, Yoshi's Story.
Made that mistake.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Yep. All right, so go ahead whenever you're ready. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into match 2, and again we're sticking with the pirate. They're gonna start with Mithra first, so they're gonna bring out. So they have Mithra, Pyra, and we're starting with Isabel again. So again, as you can see, James is already on the offensive with Mithra. And let's see, Serial's gonna want to try to be very careful of that sword. Again, does get the switch over to Pyra. Good trap set up there. Gonna have to be very careful at 106%. He is at kill percentage, and with Pyra and Mithra's power, that can launch. Good dodge. So there's one thing I'm gonna keep saying. And he does get the first elimination. However, at 96%, we should be seeing an equal stop count fairly soon with the right hit at 121% now. Oh, ooh, good fishing rod to get the ledge. However, he's got to be careful. So I would have probably thrown the opposite direction away from the mat. The one thing I do want to see more out of Syria, and he does get the launch. However, he is at 64%, so he has to be extremely careful as he is at a very close to being at kill percentage, especially with a smaller player like Isabel and a powerful character like Pyra and Mithra on a stage like this. It can get him knocked off stage. Good dodge, good block, and punish. Good. So what I would want to see a little bit more out of Serial. Like I said, one thing that I say kind of week to week is I want to see, especially as he gets in with the dodges and gets in close, I want to see more grabs. He's got to utilize those grabs and not just rely on his utility grabs like with the fishing rod. And as you can see, does get the second elimination for James. However, he's at 87%. 107% now. So he is definitely at kill percentage. He actually kind of helped him there just to kind of eliminate him anyway. So now we are at equal stock, equal damage. And now let's see what happens. Oh, wow, you saved him.
Oh, I saved him? Oh, no.
Oh, that would have been It's okay. It happens. Just focus. Like I said, it could have been, that would have been an SD. He didn't have enough to make it back on platform. However, Serial kind of sticking to his core mechanics went for the grab and the punish, anticipating that he was going to be able to make it. And in those situations, it does kind of create that almost freak accident scenario where you actually end up saving your opponent. So you see here, oh, again, that sword does massive damage. Now I went from Pyro and Mithra being at kill percentage and being in danger to now both of them being in danger with that one sword move. Good dodge. Oh, he wasn't able to punish. Again, I wanted to see more. Ooh. And he does get the grab for the 2-0. All right. Right. All right. So let's see what we do now. You're gonna stick with Isabel? Huh? Same. You want the same map pick, right? But they get the pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Anything that's
they're switching. So they're gonna switch to Isabel. So we have an interesting.
oh no.
So we have an interesting update, and they want to play Pokemon Stadium too.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna have. Yep. So we're gonna have Isabel on Isabel. All right. Ready up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the match. Good luck. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I had to take a quick phone call, but let's see. Looking at the stock count, they are both still at 3 stocks. Oh, okay. So we have Serial at 132, so he's at kill percentage 144, and James is at 86. So I mean, technically they're both at kill percentage, but it does look like It looks like James is playing more of a reactive game, so he's good. Nice, nice edge guard for Serial there. Like I said, it looks like James is playing their Isabel to kind of be somewhat reactive, like almost like a counter punch. Oh, good throw into the rocket mine. So again, trying to play a similar style to what Serial's doing. Serial is at a very dangerous percentage as he is at 162. So I mean, a good grab, a good hit, he's out of there. However, James is now also at 100. Yep, and he does get the second elimination. So are we gonna get a 3-stock? That would be awesome if Serial was able to get his first 3-stock on the night. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. And I jinxed it. But okay, I was about to say it looked like James was about to get the SD. However, Serial does still have the chance to get the 3-0 in the 3-0 victory. So let's see if he's able to do that and then bring up the not only bring himself up in the rankings, but also bring his point differential up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's got to come off the edge. Okay, there it is. Yep. Made me a little nervous there with the All right, so just kind of checking. Still no opponent for backs yet. So we'll see what happens if we don't get an opponent soon. We might just call a forfeit. 103% for James, and it's almost GG's. Let's not call it prematurely. See if they have an opportunity to come back. Good slam from the grab. 80% now for Serial. 124% for James. So again, next good hit should be GG's, but let's not count them out just yet. Serial does also have one more stock if he were to lose this one, so so James would have to get 2 eliminations. And nope, still doesn't get the kill. Almost again, like I said, a forward smash that would have done it. Oh wow, and there it is. All right, so now James did even up the stock count, but again he's at 148, and that is GG's. All right. All right, so Serial does get the 3-0 victory. Give me 1 second. So that is a 3-0 for Serial. We're gonna go ahead and submit the score. And now Bax is up next. So we're gonna be right back and get Bax set up. All right, sit tight. All right, y'all. So we are jumping right into match one. No, didn't have to worry too much on map bans or anything like that. They're gonna go ahead with Burley. So we're gonna be playing Burley High School, and they're going off with their Kazuya, and already they're at 61% because that Incineroar clothesline. Oh, good combo. Okay, but I say almost got a 0 to kill. Oh, but now they're coming back with a combo of their own, and as you can see now, we have some heavy hitters in the lobby tonight. $129 to 126. Oh, 139 to 131. That's it. So again, up, and there is the Demon Trigger elimination for Kazuya. And already, like I said, with the combo and the Demon Trigger power up, he is already, Bax is already at 70%. And down 2 stocks, down to the 131% 3 stocks for Kazuya. And nope, he does. No, is he gonna make it? He is making it back to the stage. Okay. So it's Kazuya. It means serious business here. All right. So we did get the first elimination night for Bax. Good throw. Wasn't able to get too much on the bounce back. Oh, and just like that, we are. All right, so we'll see what we're gonna go into the next map pick. All right, say they want to do the same thing. Okay. All right, so ready up whenever. All right, so we have, they're sticking with the Kazuya, and we have switched over to King K. Rool. All right, so now I think with the game plan will probably be playing a little bit more with zoning to avoid the combinations, but Kazuya didn't get the memo. As he's trying to move in with the aggression and the combos, which you're supposed to do when you have Kazuya. I mean, honestly, from Tekken to Smash Brothers, I mean it's the same concept. You got to stay on your opponent, and stay on the opponent he is. So. Good reflect off the cannonball. All right, so we're gonna have to see what happens here. I think there's gonna maybe be a moment of reflection. We might see. We might see Bax have to bring out the Captain Falcon, maybe. Look, just trying to think of. There's a combo. Oh, good reflect. Good, another one. Fortunately, like I said, he wasn't at kill percentage, so I wasn't able to knock him off platform, but 120%, like I said, it should kill, but characters like Kazuya, Terry Bogard, that just gives them more power, and Kazuya does get the second victory of the night. So we're gonna go ahead and see what happens on map 3. Sticking with K. Rool. Okay. All right, same. All right, whenever you're ready. If you want, yeah. Up. Yep. There you go. I like the map pick. All right, so we're going to Pokemon Stadium for map 3, going back to Incineroar. They're sticking with the Kazuya. Again, I guess, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I mean, can't can't blame him, seeing that he has had massive success with those punishing combos. However, the Incineroar is also one to not be taken lightly, especially with the grabs that can also lead into the combo. So let's see if he's able to, Bax is able to take advantage of that. The last time he was able to get the damage, but it was almost like the Kazuya was waiting to get over 100% so he can get to that devil trigger that you see. Oh wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Uh Good heads up play by Kazuya. But does the grab for the self-sacrifice to get the 3-0 victory. Not mad at it. I'm not mad at the play there. That's GG's. All right, so that is it for the night. Bax does take the L and moves down to 3-2 on the season. Serial also, with the 3-0 victory, moves up to 3-2 on the season. So both players are tied. And like I said, we will practice and see what happens tomorrow during our weekly practice. But that has been the Smash Brothers matches for the night. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a great week. Next time you see us on stream will be Saturday for our Overwatch stream, as well as our Fortnite team competing in the Amateur Esports Association matches. So good night, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, and we will see you this weekend. Take care. Yeah, give me one. Where's my ending? Oh, what?